Back in the beginning, the pandemic had many of you worried, frustrated, and asking, what's next? Last week, Georgia saw a record low number of COVID hospitalizations. Camila Williams talked with two medical experts about what the future could hold.
From masks to store closures to COVID cases rising and falling, the pandemic brought a lot of uncertainty.
I think everyone just felt, overwhelmed.
Infectious disease physician Jennifer Hoffman says the beginning of the pandemic was rough for her.
By the time people got to the hospital, I think their chief concern was, whether or not they were going to get better, whether or not they were going to survive.
According to the Georgia Department of Public Health, in the past 2 weeks, there were 179 confirmed cases. Last week, Georgia had their lowest level of COVID-19 hospitalizations. Hoffman says she's optimistic.
We're down to low single digits of COVID patients in the hospital, and most who are there have been there for, a while and are just having prolonged courses. So that's wonderful. And all I can say is, long may it last.
Patrice Walker with Atrium Health Navicent says since hospital visitations were limited, their goal was to make sure patients' families were in constant communication.
We were making sure that we were maintaining that confidence in the care that people were going to get coming to Atrium Health Navicent.
Now that Georgia has seen record low hospitalizations, Walker says some administrative duties that were for pandemic purposes are now a part of their daily duties.
Now we have a much better mechanism to make sure that a lot of different stakeholders across the organization are aware.
Hoffman says that while cases are down, getting vaccinated will help you from getting severely sick and going to the hospital. In Macon, Camila Williams, 13 WMAZ News.
Now, talk to your physician about oral treatments if you're experiencing COVID symptoms within the first 5 days or if you are at risk, a higher risk for illness.